I figured instead of riding today, because although it's warmer, it's very, very windy. And I'm trying to set up a day for the farriers. I know you guys are going to say in the comments that they're beating me done. I am trying to set up a day that works for the farrier. He's very busy right now. But, so I thought instead of riding the girls, we're going to work both of them. And we're going to do groundwork. So I want it to the point where I can turn my horses offline and do Liberty with them without them being confused about what I'm asking. And I've gone back and watched a few of my videos that I've been working on my editing on. And I'm like, oh, I like the editing style on this better. And noticed, wow, I really changed my cues a lot. So kiss is trot, cluck is canter for me. I know for other people that's backwards. It's just what I like. And I noticed going back and watching my videos that I do a mix of all of those when the horse isn't responding, instead of upping my pressure a little bit while doing those cues. So we're just going to go back on the lunge line today with both girls, one at a time obviously. And I'm just going to be working on perfecting those cues. And I do have a whip if I have to get after him a little bit, because they can be a little lazy. And I'm just going to work on perfecting those cues the next few times that I work with them. And then hopefully I can get it to the point where I don't have a whip. And I just have the lead rope in one hand. And I just do my voice cue and they do it. And then maybe Liberty will be a little bit easier for us. So why don't you guys catch up on what we just did. And then I will see you when we're working both girls. Okay. Yes, I know. It's horrible, right? Oh my. I haven't even touched you yet. It smells like peppermint. Avalon. Honey, we did this last night, remember? Whoa. Whoa. It's okay. I know. I haven't touched you yet. Hey. Now there's no need to do that. No need for that. Hey. I'm not supposed to eat it, you are. Whoa. You're fine. You smell it? You smell it? Okay, now let me close your mouth for a minute. Can I see your mouth without the medicine? Can I see your mouth? There, good girl. I know. Ready? Oh, lift that head up. Okay, ready? Hey. We're not gonna act like that, ma'am. No, ma'am. Avalon, stop. I got some in there. You're okay. Hey, let's not react like that. No, ma'am. You got 28 more days of this. You got more in there. Ooh. Thanks. I just took a shower. You want some? Oh, you do. Really? You want some? Does it smell good? Peppermint ulcer medicine smells good? Okay, you're weird. Because you were just as hard when you had your ulcers. And I would prefer not for you to spit it all out over me. Yes, hi. Can I help you with something? Is she getting all the attention? Are you jealous? Okay. Okay, baby. Horses. Okay. I touch your mouth. Yeah, we got just a little bit left. Oh, goodness gracious. It's so horrible that your sister wants to eat it. Yeah, so horrible. Ouch. Okay, that's going to tear my shoulder out, so I'm going to back you up. Let's think about that for a little bit, because you're going to tear my shoulder. And I need you to move. You're in the way camera. Thank you. Okay. You want some? You gooby girl. Fine. Before I showed you the syringe last night. Okay. Hey. Got you! Got you! Thank you! Oh, now you want to put your head down. Of course. Let's stick it in your mouth. Oh my. Oh goodness, you two. I didn't even put anything in your mouth. And now, I won't touch your mouth all over. Oh my, yes I am. Oh my, yes I am. I can touch that mouth everywhere. Yep. Oh, yep. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's start with Avalon. I'm starting off with the sensitization, and I want you guys to notice how high her head is and her facial expression. I know it's far away, but I was on a 15-foot line, so I wanted to be able to capture everything that I could. Excuse me, I am still sick. But I want you to notice now, and then towards the end of her session, where her head's at and kind of how she is. Also, sorry in advance if you hear a bell. That is our kitten. He has a little collar on. So, pretty much what I'm doing is their basic cues that they know, but I'm adding a word or a sound to each and every cue so that eventually I can just take off their halter and their lead rope and have them understand what I'm asking. Now here I'm just asking her to go further out on the circle. I haven't figured out quite what word I want to use for that yet. So right now I'm just using my body to push her out, which I don't have to use a word. I could always just use my body, but I feel like a word would make her understand it. I'm not sure. Here I'm going to change my word. You guys cannot hear me, but I said whoa. And I got to thinking about it, and I think I want to use the word follow so that eventually I can run backwards and get them to trot or canter to me. So I'm going to change that word. I'm not going to use whoa for that. Now here, I'm just trying to get her to back up, mostly off body, while using the word back up rather than her under saddle cue for back up, which I, again, might change, which is why I film this so that I can decide what I like now and what I don't. So I can change it very early in the beginning after the first session. So a few words might change, a few words might be added. There's going to be a little bit more of Avalon in this video because you guys haven't really got to see her. So here I'm crouching and saying, whoa, I'm going to keep the crouch because I've seen a lot of Liberty trainers do that and it seems to really work to get the horse to come into you. But again, I'm thinking of using follow or come in or something along that line. And I'm thinking of using whoa for literally whoa. So where she's at right now, I'd say whoa and she would stop. Now, I was not asking her to stop here. I am asking 2 or 3 times before I raise my stick with my word to kind of give her that option to understand what I'm asking. Now, I am, for trot and canter, using her under saddle cues, so she does already know those. Those two I am keeping the same. You'll get to see a little bit of difference with Kamani because we do have more training for Kamani. She has way more tricks. Avalon doesn't really have tricks. We're more trying to figure out her personality and her medical sides right now before we add any tricks. So Kamani will have some tricks involved in her little clips. But she's doing pretty well. She does look a little stiff. She is under muscle. I haven't worked her as much because I'm just trying to work with my vet and figure out, is this behavioral, is it medical? So we will get there. But you notice that I'm not like pushing her extremely hard. And I'm not spanking her on the butt. I'm waving the whip behind her. If she doesn't go, I wave it again. If she doesn't go, I smack the ground. Now I like this here. That backup was way better. Okay, I'm asking for canter. And it takes her a little bit to get into it. So when she finally gets into it, after a few strides, I stop her and bring her in to let her know that that was the correct answer. So that was really nice. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to let her trot for a second, and here I'm asking for canter. She tosses her head. She takes a couple strides. I ask her to come in, and she just kind of breaks gait and keeps going around. So I just keep asking, and I pull a little bit on the lead rope, but she came in. That was really good. Nice canter here. She kept it a little bit longer, so I'm going to ask her to go back into it when she breaks again. Took her a few strides, but there she went back into it. So it's also working on strength, and it's also working on me a little bit. I used to get so angry when they didn't just jump and respond, and I think I've grown a lot. Nice canter there. The ground is a little hard with all the rocks, and it wasn't completely frozen, but it was hard. So this is good strength building too. Bring her in. Again, I think I'm going to change that word. But notice her facial change. Her head's low, her ears are moving more, she's a little bit more relaxed. So now we're working on switch, so we're going to do a C shape. And I'm going to say switch while asking her to change directions inward facing me. That way, if I ever want to do like a spin turn with her butt to me, I can use a different word. So we're just using switch, and I'm stepping out in front of her, pointing, and just waving the whip where I don't want her to go. So the opposite side of where she's going. But I don't know about you guys, this is the end of her session, and I can definitely see a change in her face and how relaxed she is. So let's go to Kamani. Alright, so for Kamani, I just fast forwarded a few of her parts because she's really good at most of this. She's had more training than Avalon. I've had her longer. So she's really good at the backup compared to what you've seen with Avalon. So we're going to start off walk, trot, canter, just like Avalon. I did cut out, again, quite a bit. I think I worked them each about 12 minutes when I looked back at the recordings that I had. So they had a decent size workout, but not an overwhelming amount, if that makes sense. So we're going to go through and same things, but she's going to have some tricks in hers as well. So she was a little confused when I crouched down there, like, what are you asking? So I just helped her out and pulled her a little bit into me. And you'll see throughout the video, she has a very hard time coming in straight. So when she gets to me in the center, I do have to correct her body position a little bit, because I do think it's important for her to come in straight. Like right here, I'm asking her to come in. She's a little confused. But very lightly just add some pressure. And I do have to kind of fix her body here and there, because I do think it's important to set up, I want you to be straight, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just kind of particular about it. So again, asking her here. And you can see she kind of goes all over the place. So I get her body where I want it, and when she's straight, I give her a bunch of loves. I'm not using cookies in this time with working with them. I'm using praise, just to see, are they still as happy to do it, or would they prefer a cookie? Probably prefer a cookie, but I want to be able to do both treats and no treats. So now we're going to go into trot, and she doesn't look as stiff as Avalon did, so I think it's just that Avalon hasn't been worked in a while. She's being nice and well paced. Look at that beautiful canter there. Love her movements. Again, ask her to come in there. She's a little confused. I just tug a little. And she was fairly straight, but I did want that hip and shoulder moved over a little bit, so I corrected that. So this is what I'm aiming for Avalon's backup to look like. You can see Kamani's paying a lot of attention and really thinking about what I'm asking. Okay, going to canter here. Sassy girls. Oh, babies are fun. Kamani's going to be 5 in April, and Avalon will be 5 in, I think it's September. So it's crazy. I'm going to have 2 mares. They are considered mares when they're 5 years old. That was a little bit straighter, but she just needed to step over, so fix that. So now we're going to go and do switch, just like we did with Avalon. And I am stepping back when I ask for switch and crouching a little bit. And I'm hoping that'll kind of make the difference between when I want them to come in and when I'm asking them to switch, because I'm going to be more arched up, and then I'm going to lean back just a little bit and back up when I want them to switch, whereas when I want them to come in, I'm crouching way down and walking backwards. So I'm hoping they can understand the difference. So now we're just adding a cue, a voice cue to rear. Such a pretty little rear. Definitely would not be able to sit on her and not fall off. So here I'm asking her to side pass to me. Now I'm not going to add a word to that, because you can tell I just raised my hand and she automatically knows what I'm asking. So I'm probably not going to add a word to that. Now here I'm asking for lay down. It does take her quite a while. She is not the fastest with laying down. That's fine. But you'll see she automatically lays flat down. That's a new trick I taught her. So I'm definitely going to have to add a different word for when I want her flat, and a different word for when I want her like that, like sitting halfway up. So here I'm adding sit, and I just raised the whip above her, so I could probably just raise my hand and tell her sit. And then I'm probably going to say stand up for her cue to get up. Now we're going to side pass the other side. We're working on some Spanish walk here. And this was pretty much the end of our day. I'm just going to perfect my cues. Another little rear up. And that was the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.